I gave alcohol to a child with cancer, and even had some while pregnant. The sentence loops in my head like a bad movie tagline. Except this wasn't a movie. This was my night, my mistake, my living nightmare. The restaurant was alive in the way only restaurants can be. Metallic clatters from the kitchen, low conversations at tables, bursts of laughter from strangers I'd never see again. A Friday night hum, my world for the next 6 hours. I was running on fumes, pushing through another shift on swollen feet, 7 months pregnant and running from table to table, like my body hadn't been through hell already. My uniform clung to my skin, damp with the kind of nervous sweat you only feel when you're balancing exhaustion and the constant fear of dropping a tray in front of a room full of people. That's when they came in. A family of 4, 2 adults, 2 children, both under 10. At first glance, nothing unusual. But as I approached, my eyes caught on the boy, frail frame, pale skin stretched too tightly over small bones, a knitted cap covering what I knew was a bald head. It hit me like a gut punch before I even fully registered it. He was sick, very sick, cancer. I pushed the thought away. I had a job to do. What can I get you all to drink? The dad ordered a beer. The mom, a light cocktail. The children, 1 Coke, 1 house-made lemon-lime soda. I repeated the order back, smiled like everything was normal, and walked away. Just another table on just another night. But there was something about them that stuck with me. The quiet kindness in the mom's eyes, the boy's stillness, the way the dad kept glancing between them like he was holding his whole world together with a single thread. The bar was busy. Orders piled high. But I trusted our system. Sodas first, alcohol second. Always, except not tonight. The drinks came up. On the tray sat what I assumed was their order: 1 beer, 1 cocktail, 1 Coke, and a tall glass with a bright garnish. The lemon-lime soda. That garnish is how I knew. At least, that's what I told myself. I lifted the glass and carried it to their table, placing it gently in front of the boy. "Here you go," I said, with the same practiced cheer I gave every customer. "Your mom's cocktail and dad's beer will be right up." He smiled. The mom thanked me, and just like that, the moment passed. Or so I thought. 10 minutes later, I felt a presence at the edge of my vision. The mom was waving me over. My stomach sank. I approached, forcing another smile. "Is everything okay?" She looked at me, calm but with a trace of uncertainty in her voice. "Are you sure my son's drink is a soda?" I blinked. "Yes, ma'am, absolutely. It's the house-made lemon-lime." She hesitated, glancing at her son, then back at me. "It tastes like it has alcohol in it." My pulse spiked. Alcohol? In the kid's drink? No way. That wasn't possible. I'd grabbed the soda myself. "Are you sure?" I asked, my voice a little too sharp. Then fumbling to recover, "Do you mind if I take a sip? Just to make sure?" She nodded, sliding the glass toward me. I pulled a straw from my apron, my hand shaking as I unwrapped it. I took 1 cautious sip, expecting the familiar citrusy sweetness of our soda. Instead, my tongue burned. My heart stopped. This wasn't soda. This was alcohol. In one moment, the restaurant disappeared. The chatter, the clinking silverware, the laughter. It all faded into a deafening silence as one horrifying truth settled over me. I had just served alcohol to a child with cancer. And worse, I was pregnant, and I'd just had a sip. My throat tightened, my palms went clammy. The room tilted. "Oh my God," I whispered, too quietly for anyone to hear. Then louder, "I am so sorry. That was definitely alcohol. I'll have it remade immediately. Both drinks will come off your bill. I can't apologize enough. She smiled, actually smiled, her voice soft. It's okay. Mistakes happen. But inside, I was imploding. The next half hour was hell. Every time I walked past their table, I could feel the guilt gnawing at my insides. I checked on them at least 5 times, apologizing over and over. My words tumbled out like prayers. I'm sorry. I don't know how this happened. Please forgive me. And each time, the mom brushed it off with that same gentle smile. The dad nodded in quiet reassurance. They weren't angry. They weren't yelling. Their grace made it worse. Because if they had screamed, if they had demanded a manager or threatened to sue, it would have made sense. But instead, they offered kindness, and I didn't deserve it. By the time they were ready to leave, I was trembling. The mom stood, slipping on her coat. She looked at me one last time, her eyes soft but unreadable. Really, she said, it's okay. The dad patted my arm as he passed. Take care of yourself. You've got a lot going on. I opened the checkbook when they left. They'd tipped over 20%. My knees nearly buckled. Aftermath. When my shift ended, I sat in my car, staring at the steering wheel, unable to move. The restaurant's glow reflected off my windshield, casting ghostly light over my face. I touched my belly, my unborn baby. One sip, I told myself. Just one sip. It can't hurt. But the guilt ate me alive. And then there was the boy, his fragile little body, his fight against something bigger than him. And I had given him alcohol. I replayed it again and again. The garnish, the glass, my assumption, my mistake. That family could have destroyed me with a single complaint. I could have been fired, written up, worse, but they didn't. They gave me grace when I didn't deserve it. That night, lying in bed, I promised myself one thing. Never again. No more autopilot. No more assumptions. Every order, every drink, every single detail, I would triple check. Because that night taught me that one moment of carelessness can change everything. And it could have been so much worse.